Roll call, please, Judy.
Gary Bailey.
Present.
John Dooley.
Here.
Deborah Potter.
Here.
Kevin Whipple.
Here.
Bill Olson.
Here. Any changes or additions to the agenda? If not, I'll accept the motion to approve.
So moved.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Approved. Everybody get a chance to look at the minutes that Judy sent out? See any additions or changes that need to be made?
I make a motion we accept the minutes as submitted.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
John, financial report, please.
By the way, Judy, you did a good job on the minutes.
Yes, you did.
I used to do the minutes, they weren't as good. So
You were very happy back then.
a financial report for the Greensburg Municipal Airport. We have the three separate accounts in our airport improvement account. Current balance, $218,953.53. In our aviation rotary fuel account, $114,232.04. Airport operations balance, $402,462.31. Total of all three accounts combined, $735,647.88.
Very good. Anybody have any questions on the additional reports sent out with the finance? Okay. Mr. Shaffer.
All right. Good evening. We've got a few items on the agenda for this evening, and I apologize for the amended agenda. I sent something out Friday, and then I got some documents from the construction team, so I had to amend so that we could get those items 3 through 5 on there. So, but the first item on our agenda is to wrap up this disadvantaged business enterprise policy that we discussed last meeing. So that was, Kristen did get it put up on the city website, so that's been advertised. The appropriate thing to do is for the board to open up for any public comment on disadvantaged business enterprise if there are any. So do you want to do that, Bill, or? I guess. Do you want to invite the public to speak if anybody has any comments on the plan that was presented last month?
My hearing aid won't work.
Okay.
Anybody have any questions about the disadvantaged business? Now, Paul, let me ask you, are we meeting that standards with HIS with dirt hauling or anything of that nature?
Well, currently, yes, they have disadvantaged business enterprise subcontractors. So basically the erosion control folks are some disadvantaged business enterprises, and it's hard telling. Some of the trucking companies that they were supposedly using are disadvantaged too, but there's been a lot of logistics changes in trucking, so they've been swapping around. It's been very difficult to find trucks. So we'll have to, yes, but they are under the obligation to meet the disadvantaged business enterprise goal from last time. This is the new one that would be for the next 3-year period.
Anybody have any questions or concerning it?
In the audience, nobody?
I'd accept a motion to approve it.
I'll second it.
Has been first.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I don't have my hearing aid on.
That's my excuse.
Sorry.
I make a motion we approve the final disadvantaged business enterprise with a goal of 4.8%.
And I'll second it.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
It's approved.
Okay, thank you. We will get that turned into FA, and then you'll get an email from the Disadvantaged Business Enterprise office saying that you're all good to go. So the next item is a motion to submit the AIP 16 partial pay request number 15 to FA in the amount of $443.34, which is 100% federally funded. And it will fund the next action item after this.
I make a motion to submit AIP 16 partial pay request.
Second.
I'll second that, yeah. Partial pay 15, yeah, in the amount listed.
All those in favor
say aye.
We'll say 16. Right?
It's partial, it's AIP 16 partial pay application number 15.
Here, you just sit there and listen, okay?
So we have a second?
I'll second it.
All those in
Favor say aye.
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 Okay.
And then the next item is this motion on contractors' pay estimate number 11 for HIS constructors in the amount of $290,366.08. So you'll notice it's pretty much the same amount as above. The difference there was inspection fees for last month.
I'll make a motion where you approve that estimate number 11 for HIS as listed.
Second. All those in favor say
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, and the next motion is for AIP 20 partial pay request number 3 to the FA in the total amount of $24,086.56, which this is the paving and lighting grant. It's not the grade grant.
Go ahead, Gary.
I make a motion we submit AIP 20 partial pay request number 3, see how I include both of those, to the FAA for a total of $24,086.56, which is 100% federally funded.
Second.
All those in favor say
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Okay, so just status on the project. Basically, they're pretty close to having all of the on-site material moved around. They did a site survey. We've gotten the results back on that. There are still about 20,000 on site that still needs to be moved around slightly, where they've not quite cut some swales where they needed to and so forth. So we're gonna work with them on that, and then they have already started bringing in the borrow material. So at this point in time, at the rate they're hauling, weather pending, they think they'll have 3 more weeks of hauling. But I don't think they anticipate they have any more on-site grading to do, so it may be a touch longer than 3 more weeks by the time we get some of those areas corrected that the survey showed up. So still struggling to get that moving and get them wrapped up. We're optimistic that we can get O'Mara in there. So moving on to the runway paving and lighting, Dave O'Mara, they have the full award now. There's no staggered notice proceeds. They did submit electrical shop drawings, and we've gotten those reviewed. So that's a good thing. The longest lead time items are going to be the electrical vault. It's a precast concrete building, and it's way out there. There's no wait time on that. It's a very long time. So we definitely wanted to get that ordered. So hopefully we can get that here in 16 weeks is what the estimated time is. Otherwise, the rest of the electrical is being ordered as well. And then there are discussions you'll see in the meeting summary that we circulated from the grading project, that there's discussions with O'Mara about coming in and starting some of the stabilization under the pavement area before HIS is done. We'll have to see how those negotiations go. Contractually, I'm not real excited about that because I don't want to have overlapping contractual responsibilities between the 2 contractors. In an ideal world, everything goes right and you save time. In a non-ideal world, if something goes wrong, we don't have a person to hold accountable, or a firm to hold accountable on that. So we don't want to get into a finger-pointing situation. So that's the only reason we're hesitating. I'd love to save the time, but at the same time, I want to make sure that we're in a good position to protect the community's interest. We did get word that the bipartisan infrastructure law applications are to be submitted this month, and we'd already committed to using it to fund part of the amendment request. So Victor is working on that to see how that might come together. Number 4, the Lowe's pellet and grain update. We circulated the study last time. Christy Lowe was sent the study and has acknowledged receiving it. We haven't received back any comments from them yet, but we're happy to address those if necessary. From right now, I think we're concluded with that step until we go to the aviation easement part, which I'd like to get some of the other land acquisition items kind of wrapped up before we move into another one. So right now, I think we're just in a holding pattern on that for the time being. And we already resolved the disadvantaged business enterprise policy, so that concludes everything I had, unless there's any questions.
I might note that they're trying to get in 230 loads of dirt a day if they can. And it takes them 53 seconds to load up a truck.
You know more about it than I do, Bill. That's for
I've been
sure.
keeping an eye on them.
Yeah, okay, good work.
Bit of management, where they getting the fill dirt?
Harris City,
Okay. It's close by then.
yeah, they're running like 21 trucks. They're really moving.
Good.
Okay.
All right, I think that concludes my report for this evening. Thank you.
I was gonna bring Mr. Tribbett up, but he is meeting with the Beggs family right now, so we'll skip Mr. Tribbett's. John Clair, Paul took care of that. Jerry Scheidler.
Well, my report's about the same as it is every month. All our hangars are full. We got a waiting list. Still get a few calls, and I have to tell them, most people just bypass getting put on the list, but I'm telling them it's how long, maybe, we got several names on there at this point in time. Fuel sales have been unbelievably strong for the price being up. I went to Oshkosh last week, the big air show, and I figured there may not be many people there because of the price of gas. It was absolutely the crowdedest I've ever seen it. They said over 600,000 people showed up. So gas price isn't keeping anybody home. So, but other than that, business as usual. So,
Hey,
Looks like you sold just about as much fuel last month as you have all the previous months of the year.
well, the crop duster's been running,
Yeah.
there's a lot of it. So, but we also have people stopping by, getting gas on their way to Oshkosh and coming home.
Yeah.
You know, so this is generally our busiest time of the year.
hey, comes with approval of the bills. Did everybody have a chance to look at all the bills? Have any questions?
No questions, just a few comments. You'll notice the top 2 items, insurance items, a little bit more than they were back in September 2021. And only thing missing on here, that they didn't include the Indiana Department of Revenue on the bills they gave us, but when we looked it up, the current from last month, the taxes, just the taxes that we pay is $1,176.08. She didn't list it in the bills, but you can see it's quite a bit higher than what we've had to pay in the past. We would just been selling a lot more fuel is all.
Yep.
And the other item down at the very lower part where we have the construction items, Dave Perry, that's that $5,000. That's when they did the aerospace, the aviation study there for Lowe's.
Is there a reason with the water bill that it's so high compared to other months?
So I noticed that too. It's been higher than, I don't know if that had anything to do with construction,
What's
but
that?
the water bill's a lot higher than normal.
Are they using that to keep the dust down, where they sprinkling water to keep dust down?
If they're getting it from us.
Oh, they're not, okay.
No, they're pumping it out of the pond, one of our detention ponds in the back presently. Unless we got a leak someplace.
Unless one of the crop dusters use some.
I mean, the last couple of months have been less than $50, and August is 121.
Yeah, I can't speak to the water bill, but the contractor is responsible for their own water costs. So even if they took it from a hydrant, they would have to pay that bill, that you won't get charged extra for that.
And we'll watch that and see how it is a lot higher for whatever reason, so.
You don't know whether the crop dusters are using it or not?
I really doubt they are. Most of them are trucking their own water in. Or put it this way, the spray is mixed up by COBA or the farm co-op or whoever has it already in liquid, and there's one guy out there, had just a tank of water there, and he was mixing on site. But it was a water wagon like you rented from COBA or somebody, in which they had filled from a main hydrant in town here somewhere. You know, it'd take them too long running out of a regular hydrant, you know, as fast as
It'd
they.
take a while, yeah.
Well, they could never keep up with the amount of water they're using to spray, you know, the airplane would be back waiting and they wouldn't have, you know, so we may have to check in. Actually, I got a call today from the water office wanting to know if the hangars had sewage in them, or sewage, they had bathrooms. And I told them, no, we didn't, it's just the only one was in the terminal. She said, okay, thank you. So I don't know if they've seen something look different also. She didn't explain why she asked me that.
No idea. Maybe take a look at the breakdown.
See if they've added sewage to the water bill.
Do you have that bill?
We have sewage anyway, don't we?
I thought that was all inclusive with their water bill.
It's
Two
broke
separate.
down into two parts. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll check it out, find out. Any other discussion or questions? I'd accept a motion to approve.
Make a motion, we pay the bills as listed.
Second?
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Approved. Okay. Any comments from the board or the audience? If not, I accept a motion to adjourn.
We're not gonna bring Don in at all then? We're not gonna bring
He's
him.
gonna be in a meeting for a while.
Okay.
I move we adjourn.
Second,
I'll second it.
all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right, we'll meet next September 1st.